Welcome to the Lose Your Cravings podcast, taking a different approach to reducing your cravings once and for all with your host, Keysa Amaro, certified integrative health coach. Welcome back, my friends. I'm Keysa Amaro, and I help ambitious women transform their negative body image and obsession with weight into body confidence so that they can show up fully in their life and their career. And hey, if you would like more support in reducing your cravings so you can show up fully in your life and your career, then I invite you to schedule a complimentary call with me. On this call, I will share with you the exact blueprint you need to reduce your cravings for good. There is no obligation on this call, but if you would like to continue working with me, I would be happy to show you what that would look like. Now, I only open up a few of these calls each week. So if you would like support in reducing your cravings, then head on over to the show notes and follow my calendar link to book a call. Or you can just head to my website, KeysaAmaro.com, to find out more about me and the work I do. And that's KeysaAmaro.com. Okay, my friends, I must confess that I lied to you on the last episode. I said that this episode would be about discomfort and that embracing discomfort is the key to reduce your overeating. Well, that just sounded too uncomfortable. And I also realized that what would better serve you right now, since we are hot in the holiday season, is how to celebrate the holidays without the main focus being on food. Now, my first thought when thinking of this topic was, is this even possible? Is it even possible to celebrate the holidays without being all about the food? And I will tell you that it is 100% possible. Oftentimes, when we think of the holidays, we think of pumpkin pie, Christmas cookies, chocolate, gingerbread cookies, eggnog, or just drinking in general, right? You might drink or eat more to get through the social gatherings, or maybe you have the celebration mindset and you like to use food and drink to celebrate the holidays. Whatever perspective you are coming from, I want you to know that it is possible to shift your focus off of food as your main source of celebrating the holidays. In fact, I have been working with a client recently about this very topic. She had always celebrated the holidays with food and lots and lots and lots of overeating. She associated the holidays with food. She believed that she needed food in order to celebrate the holidays. That is what just a part of the season is, right? That it's like food is just part of the season, right? That the holiday season wouldn't be the same without those comforting foods. This leads me to say that there is nothing wrong with having gingerbread cookies or eggnog or hot chocolate during the holiday season. I know I will. I love everything pumpkin, so bring it on. What we want to look at is, are your actions around food creating a positive net outcome, right? So are you getting a positive result from your behavior and actions around food? So will having a cookie today create a positive outcome a week from now, a month from now, or a year from now? I would argue that yes, it will create a positive outcome for you. You enjoy a cookie at a party. The next day you wake up normally, no digestive issues, no sleep issues, no feeling of guilt or shame. And you go on with your day, right? You have the same energy levels as you usually do. Now, let's look at eating 5 cookies at a party. Does this leave you with a positive outcome the next day, a week from now, or a month from now? I would say probably not. You might not have gotten quality sleep because of the excess sugar in your system. You might have digestive issues the next day, waking up feeling bloated. You might have feelings of regret and shame because you didn't really want to eat all 5 of those cookies. You just couldn't help it though, right? It just happened. So if you use food to celebrate the holidays and don't want to use it as much as you do because you have negative outcomes, then let's look at another way. My biggest question to you would be, how can you celebrate the holidays in a way that doesn't center around food? Okay, so notice I didn't say that doesn't include food, right? We can include food, but it doesn't center around food. What would that look like? Maybe it's about decorating the Christmas tree or putting up holiday decorations around the house. Maybe it's about doing holiday crafts. Maybe it's organizing a holiday walk with some friends or your family, or walking around the neighborhood that has Christmas lights, right? Maybe it's volunteering at your church or soup kitchen, or, giving of your time. Maybe it's going to see the Nutcracker, right? Get creative. And this is what my client did. She created a list of things she could do with her daughter and family that celebrated the holidays, but that didn't focus on food. So food was not the center of the activity. Yes, there might be food there, but the focus was on other things like the crafts, the decorating, or viewing of decorations, or walking, or socializing. Now, imagine yourself doing some of these activities. What would that feel like for you? Would it feel liberating? Maybe uncomfortable? Would you feel deprived? And now I want you to be honest with yourself, because we need to address the emotion that might come up for you as well, right? So we need to, if you're going to feel deprived because you're like, oh, I won't have any food, we need to address that. Okay. If you're going to feel uncomfortable, we need to address that and see how can we work with that. Okay. So my next question would be, what else can you focus on besides food? Often when we go to a party, we know that there is going to be delicious food, and we might focus on that food or drink. Like, we know they're going to have eggnog. We know there's going to be dessert. We know there's going to be, like, Thanksgiving. Hello. Mashed potatoes, stuffing. We know that's there. We know our friend is making spinach and feta crescent rolls, and we are focusing on them and the fact that we really want it. Because they're so good. We've had them before, but we shouldn't have any because we're watching our weight and they're really fatty and carby, and it's just really not good for me. So what else can you focus on besides that specific food or foods? Maybe it's making conversation with other people. Or if you are an introvert like me, maybe it's finding a deep conversation with one other person there. All you need to do is talk to one person, right? Maybe it's seeing the holidays through your child's eyes. Maybe it's focusing on how you are feeling and being in tune with the joy that the holidays bring you. Maybe it's focusing on your family, right? What else can you focus on besides the food or drinks? This way, you can head into a party or social gathering, not obsessing about the food, but shifting your focus on something else, something that will serve you. My client focused on her daughter and the joy that her daughter had through creating crafts and dressing up for Halloween and looking at decorations. She created new traditions with her family that didn't revolve around food, but still celebrated the holidays. You too can start any tradition that you want to. It's never too late to start a tradition, right? You just create an activity and then you do it each year, right? That's it. So I invite you to journal about these two questions. How can I celebrate the holidays in a way that doesn't center around food? So what other activities could you do besides just going to parties and like social gatherings that are going to have food and drink? And then the second question is, what else can I focus on besides food? So we're inevitably going to be at places with lots of delicious food. So what can you focus on besides the food? Okay. So see what comes up for you and make a list of things you can do and things you can focus on. And if any feelings of deprivation come up for you, then address that. Okay. Are you really being deprived? Okay. Now, if you're saying, I can't have any Christmas cookies, I would rethink that, right? Maybe I can have one. Maybe I can have two, right? Maybe that will relieve that feeling of deprivation. Okay. Or maybe we need to look at their thoughts around the Christmas cookies and the deprivation, right? So, which leads me to the point that this process is not a way for you to restrict food and drink. We're not here to restrict anything. Okay. Restriction is not going to get you to your goals ultimately. Okay. Like I said earlier, there is a benefit to enjoying some holiday food in moderation. I love pumpkin pie, and I have a slice of pumpkin pie every Thanksgiving, right? I don't restrict the food. That doesn't work. Okay. I allow treats in moderation and in amounts that serve me. One piece of pumpkin pie serves me. Eating half of the pie does not serve me. So do not restrict holiday treats and food, but allow it in quantities that serve you. If you struggle with restricting food and then eventually overeating it, take a listen to my episode on the all or nothing mindset. That's episode 62. That will help support you. Okay, my friends, go out there and adjust your focus and create new traditions that serve you and celebrate your holidays in ways that are healthy, okay, and happy. So let me know what you come up with. I would love to hear any new activities, traditions, ideas, what you want to focus on. I want to hear them. And you can email me at keysa.amaro@gmail.com. That's KEYSA.AMARO@gmail.com. Okay, my friends, this is all I have for you today. If you like what you heard on this podcast, I invite you to head on over to iTunes and leave an honest review. This helps us show up higher in the search results, and therefore we can reach and help more people. I would greatly appreciate it. And join me for our next episode where I share with you the 4 steps to addressing and healing your emotional eating. Okay, my friends, I will talk to you then. Bye.